Good morning, beginning farmer friends. When I last left you, we had just finished up this hood, whatever you want to call it, cover for the 926 MoCo. We need to get it out of the truck safely without breaking anything on it or the truck and get it installed back on the mower. Then we gotta just do some stuff, reattaching these, reattaching some mud flaps. I think we can do it without breaking anything. I guess we'll just find out. That wasn't so bad. Now we just gotta slowly move it over to the mower and position it and set it on. It should go on pretty easily. Again, there's just some small bolts that hold it on as it rides on some tubes. This turned out being a night and day difference. It's heavier to lift now, of course, with this extra big 1/4 inch bar, or what do they call that thing? I don't know. Angle iron. There we go. But it is so much nicer. Like I said, I just got to attach these lids back on and then put my skirt back on, and the door repair job done. One of the challenges of my hay fields is that they are spread out all over the place and kind of have to almost make like a milk run circuit to hit them all, which means I need to be able to fuel up wherever I am, because the tractor is not going to come home when I go out to do things. I'll go and mow, and then I'll use my truck to bring the rake over, that kind of thing. So I need a load. Yes. Say good morning, Jake. Jake, it's okay. It's okay. Jake is getting used to people. He's doing some walks with the kids. My wife is working with Jake, so we are working on getting Jake into part of the family. All that is to say this: we need to load this into the back of the truck and fill it up. I got the mower hooked up to the tractor. Eventually I got all the hydraulic hoses in the right place. It always takes me a couple seconds to remember where everything goes. Now I need to service, just grease, make sure everything's oiled, ready to go on the mower, put the flaps back on and new blades on, check the tractor over, and then it's time to go. This might take a little while though. How's it going, you ask? Not well. It is not going well. I can't, I need to get these flaps on, and I'm not getting them on. I'm having a hard time drilling through this 1/4 inch steel and then the next layer without, I don't know. I should have done more when I was at my cousin's yesterday. Things were going well yesterday, and I thought, well, I'll just bring it home and finish it here because things are going well. But now they're not going well, and it's just getting later in the day. All right, let me put my thinking cap on for a minute. I'm not going to say we're in great shape now, but I've got something put together, and I'm gonna cobble one other thing together, but I'm gonna change these knives really quick, and then we'll be close. I think we are ready. I don't know. The tractor is serviced. It's got all the fluids checked, greased on that. Same thing on the mower, fluids checked, everything's greased, lubed, fluids checked, new blades, air pressure checked and added in the tires. I don't know. I wish that I had a newer piece of equipment, or maybe a better service piece of equipment. This one's starting to get some parts that are wearing out on it. I need to decide if I'm gonna keep making hay, if I'm gonna be the one to replace those parts, or somebody else is gonna be the one to replace those parts and I get a new thing. A lot of decisions to make, but enough of the decisions, enough of the talking. Let's go mow some hay. Done 2 laps around the field. Whoa, that was a big jump. I have done 2 laps around the field, and I want to check the oil level on that gearbox before I go any further. Everything sounds like it's working well, but I shut the tractor off because I'm going to be going underneath. I lowered it all the way to the ground. Safety first. I just want to make sure that our oil level's good in the gearbox, and then we'll keep going. Judging by the amount of oil on my gloves, I'd say we're good. On this field, and really all fields, I always go slow around the outside for the first couple rounds because that's where I have the most tendency or the most opportunity to run into things. But on this field, I always go even a little bit more slow because they mow around the outside edge of this field. It's right out in front of their house, and so part of it's right up alongside their yard, and I just don't want to dig in or gouge anything. So I try my best to go as slow as possible around the outside, make sure everything looks as nice as it can when I am done and when I leave here. That's my idea, at least. It looks like everything's working with the mower. Now I just have 5.75 more acres to go. That took a little under 2 hours. I gotta go put it into travel mode, but I've got a leaking cylinder that seeps down really quickly, so I gotta hustle back here, put that on before it seeps down. I would change it, but that cylinder is weird in that it's got 2 packings in it, so that way it can go over to this cylinder here. We did fix that cylinder last year because it blew, but the seals and stuff like that for this cylinder, they're expensive, like $180 or something like that. So I didn't want anything to do with that. We got done mowing this field. We got a lot more to do, of course, for first cutting. I'm gonna head home and then I'll just tell you what's going on there. How did the first day go, you ask? How did the first day of hay season 2021 go? Well, the mower, it needs to be repaired a little bit, but all in all, it performed admirably. It did well. There wasn't really anything major. Of course, there's leaks that need to be fixed, but it worked. The 4430, on the other hand, seems to be inheriting some issues, or gaining some issues, or having some reoccurring things pop back up. In that when I was mowing, I didn't notice anything. When I got done mowing, I didn't notice anything. You know, mowing, I was running at I don't know, 1500 RPMs, or I don't know, 3/4 throttle or something like that, between 2/3 and 3/4 throttle, somewhere along those lines. When I got back to the house, I idled it and parked it and walked away so it could cool down. I came back to drive it away and move it, and I went to turn the wheels while it was idling, and the wheels just kind of went jerky and didn't want to turn, as if there was a hydraulic flow problem. The reason I bring that up, or the reason that causes me concern, is because we replaced the hydraulic pump right behind me, or it's, you know, behind that, and then behind the fuel tank. Yeah, behind the fuel tank, and then it's there. And I called my cousin, and he feels like possibly there's valves, priority valves, in the system, hydraulic system, that open and shut as needed with priority somewhere in the line. He thinks maybe one of those is stuck open. It was a rough day after I found out about that, and so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna see what it's like in the morning. There has been an issue with the brakes that I've been noticing. When I push down on the brakes, I don't have them, but then I push down again and that hydraulic pressure is there. We're gonna see what it's like in the morning. I am going to, at some point over the next 2 business days, try to talk to the shop manager at the local John Deere dealer, which happens to be the place where my son works. He is pretty knowledgeable, especially on these older tractors, because he's been working for Deere for a long time, or for Deere dealerships for a long time. We'll see what goes from there. I know that there was a lot of talking just right now, kind of a monologue, epilogue to the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for coming along on the ride. It is, yeah, some days are really difficult. Some days are really exciting and then have a difficult point or end to them. Today was one of those days. Like, subscribe. I hope you guys are having a better day wherever you are.